Wow. You ready?
Eyes ready.
You don't gotta lean in, sis.
I don't know why I just did that.
It's okay. I mean,
being weird.
We're shooting on a new camera.
Child.
Yet again, that's what I do here.
Literally.
All the time.
Didn't even notice it because it's so slender.
Small.
She was like, "We got a new camera." I was like, "Where?"
Right here, baby.
Wow.
I know you guys missed us, so yes.
Did you miss me?
Yeah.
I'm always gonna quote Martin.
I see.
The greatest.
Yeah.
One of the greatest.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we can go ahead and start the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Hey everyone.
What is happening?
What's going on?
I'm your girl Sierra T.
And I'm your girl Sherelle B.
And this is Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast.
Where we wrap the culture up in color.
For sure, you're right on.
Yes.
Season 8 is here.
Oh.
Yes, 8 seasons. Wow. Lots and lots of content for you to catch up on if you have not already.
Literally.
I don't know why you haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you was leaving reviews over the break.
Okay. We're like 2 minutes in. 2 minutes. And you doing this already. 2. For those who are new here, you will give a little history about the show. So, you know, we've been doing this for 8 years. Mm-hmm. Sierra and I met in college, like unofficially.
Yes.
We was cool, passed each other the whole way. What up, what up, what up?
For sure.
Then I noticed we was like tweeting about like the same things on Twitter. So I literally sent her DMs. It was like, you want to start a podcast? And I would say a week later we launched.
Yeah.
So
very, very fast progress.
like it was no, I was like, she cool.
Yeah.
Come to find out we're born a day apart.
That was hilarious.
Like
that was hilarious.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just too many similarities here. So yeah, this is where we at. Yeah. So our show is about politics, trending topics, pop culture, a few toxic things here and there.
For sure.
You know, we love to debate.
Yes.
So, yeah. So for our new welcome,
yes.
for our new listeners and viewers, welcome, goddammit. Welcome.
So nice to have you.
Yes. Sierra likes to gaslight the listeners about leaving reviews.
Because they're not doing it.
So y'all can go on ahead and do that. Okay. Apple Podcasts, leave a comment on YouTube. All those things like that, so that she don't gotta gaslight y'all so much this season.
I'm just saying, you know, make it harder for me. Give me a challenge this season.
Yeah. Because I can't defend y'all much longer.
I mean, I'm just saying. We also got a Facebook page because I know some of you old heads like to use that.
Yeah.
Like
we see them all.
We see them all.
We see them. So just go ahead and drop them and thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
What we got next?
So another thing, what we do for our new ones, we like to tell you in the beginning of the show what we can't wrap our head around. Get it?
Yes.
Head wraps. We can't wrap our head around. So sis, what can't you wrap your head around?
Okay, I got 2 things.
I'm
gonna do it real quick. First, Netflix, count your days.
Oh.
Count your days. Because we all know that Netflix like made it where like you could not put it on your like Amazon Fire Stick or whatever if you weren't in the same household.
Yeah,
so I was getting away with it watching it on the iPad. I logged into the iPad yesterday. It's like, excuse me if I'm wrong, but you're not in the same household as such and such address. And I said, how dare you?
I just think it's like, it's none of your business.
It really like
who cares if you getting a payment from the account holder? I don't understand.
I really also don't understand.
Business.
Exactly. So I'm in the middle, like, am I going to get a new Netflix account or am I just going to be like, whatever?
I feel like you should just get a new Netflix account. Netflix, they got some dope shows on there.
But I haven't really been watching TV like
That's
that.
true.
You know, so I'm like, yeah. Anyway, so that's my first one. My second one.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Uh-oh.
if you're not new here, then you've seen our promo photos for the season 8. You know, we did these really like awkward, hilarious JCPenney photos, which were so fun to do.
It was.
It was like really cool. The photographer was dope. So yeah. So we post them on our Facebook page, and I made the post public. Okay, I made the post public, and getting great comments. Everyone's like, "Oh, these are so funny. Y'all are hilarious."
Yeah.
And then this fucking clown comments, "Are y'all a couple?" Then with the eye roll emoji. So I'm like, let me go to this fool's Facebook page. I pull it up. Do you know this fool had the third eye, evil eye tattooed on his forehead, and his name was like, he was a real life Hotep,
like Akbar Shabazz Jenkins.
Yeah, oh my God! Swear to God, like on everything I love. That's exactly what his name was. And I'm looking like, first of all, because I didn't put any hashtags on the post, so that means that you purposefully was like looking for stuff on Facebook.
Facts.
To like harass somebody for. I'm looking like, come on, beloved, like reading is fundamental.
Seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it literally said my podcast. Yes. It didn't say nothing like my girl, my wife. It didn't say nothing like that.
None of that, like.
I mean, I'll be.
Hey, bestie.
Yeah.
But like, reading is.
Listen.
That pissed me off so much. And I'm just like, if you're going to take your time to like try to dog us, or make sure your facts are straight, okay?
Literally. 2
Virgos here, okay? Yeah. So it's not going to fly by. Make sure you have the receipts.
Unacceptable.
Idiot.
Unacceptable.
So yeah, that is what I can't wrap my head around.
I just don't understand, like, the necessity. Like, what was the need for that?
It looked like he was like trying to like start an argument with somebody. Like, first of all, what I don't do is argue with people on the internet. So,
right. Especially if I don't even know you.
I don't even know you, nigga.
Like where you come from?
Whose man's is this?
Yeah.
Literally.
Whose man's is this? Whose man's is this?
Literally, whose man's is this? Child. So yes, that is what I can't wrap my head around.
Unacceptable.
Anyway, sis, what about you? What can't you wrap your head around?
All right. I also have 2 things.
Okay.
So the first thing is, I do like to argue with people on Twitter, all right? On the internet. I have no problem with it. So we're opposites with that. If it comes unprovoked, okay, the bullets is loaded and I'm ready to shoot.
That's fair.
So, earlier this week, I noticed that my fiance left his lunch in the refrigerator. So I tweeted him to alert him that I was going to eat it. And he was like, don't do that. And I was like, I'm going to do it. Kind of toxic like that, you know. That's how you keep things fresh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I put it on Twitter. I was like, babe really think that I'm not about to eat his leftovers. And I put the safari emoji, not emoji, gif on there of him eating the rib with the face like, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Right.
Sean J, Twin, and B-Wash came to my fiance's defense. Like,
not B-Wash.
You know what I'm saying?
That one hurt.
That hurt, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. Twin be toxic. He be ready all the time. Love him though. And Sean J. Oh. You know, my bro, wedding invitee, gonna defend. Well, I guess, he defended the groom, so it's fine. But still, you're my friend. Like, whose side are you on? So I say this to say I can't wrap my head around the fact that, like, people think I wasn't going to eat the leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to eat the leftovers. They in my fridge, and I'm going to eat them. He should have bought them to work, okay?
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Sis. But I'm a punk because I actually didn't eat them. I was like, you know what? He might want to eat that for dinner because I wasn't going to cook. So I was like, you know, he might eat it for dinner. So I left it alone. But I continue to argue with niggas on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
But I do love y'all. B-Wash, Twin, Sean J. I do love y'all. But I'm going to eat leftovers. And I hope your wives, girlfriends, significant others eat your leftovers as well.
I hope so too.
That's number 1. Number 2, I can't wrap my head around Travis Scott. The Grammys were over the weekend, and I've been told that Travis Scott puts on an amazing performance.
Okay.
But if that was amazing, I don't know what is.
Well, damn.
Yeah, I just did not see the pizzazz, you know, the raging, breaking chairs and all that stuff on the Grammys. I was like, he was nominated 10 times, so kudos to him for that.
Did he win any?
He did not, but you know,
damn.
Maybe not this year, you know.
Yeah.
But I was just thoroughly unimpressed. And then he bought Playboy Cardi, which I don't really know too much about him. He just appeared on the stage.
Oh, okay.
And he was back there. You could it's giving the producers like, turn that man mic down.
You couldn't hear him?
You could barely hear him. It was just like, he sounded like a muffled 21 Savage. Like, you know how 21 Savage already sounds very low?
He does have a low voice.
So you like turn it down 10 notches.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see this dude just like.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was very weird. And I can't wrap my head around it. And I'm just kind of concerned with, is that performance? Because I'm not seeing. And I know my little cousin's going to get on me about this because they are diehard Travis Scott fans. And my sister too.
So wait, but did they see the performance?
I don't know. But regardless, they really don't care what he does. It's
almost, no, not the blind loyalty.
Yeah. It's like me and Luke James. Or,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hate that.
So yeah, I just can't wrap my head around him.
Yeah.
So I do like Anecdote and
Don't you open up
that one song from Astro World with Drake. You know what I'm talking about? You know, y'all know the song I'm talking about. But anyway, that's what's grand opening, grand closing with me. So just can't wrap my head around him.
Yeah.
And I don't see the fascination that y'all see. So
Anecdote is a great song though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drake though. Oh, sorry.
You good?
We can get back to we can come back to that because I know if you're not new here, then you know I don't like that man, but
Child.
I've got a reason to like him now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. We're gonna focus.
And
we talk about politics on this show. Damn it!
Oh my God!
This isn't a horror show.
You know, we just gonna get it out of the way. This is a little off script. Earlier in the week, 37-year-old Drake.
Wow, is he 37? I thought I was older than him.
No.
Oh, okay.
Showed us his
butterscotch meat.
Yeah. Wait, what? And
his Willis and Doodleberries.
It was his Canadian flagpole.
Yes.
And you know, impressive.
Good for him.
Okay?
Good for him.
You know, some guy did tweet like, damn, he light skinned, he got money, he's talented, and he got a long schlong. Like, damn, we just lost out here. And I was like,
listen, if
he did kind of win.
I don't know. I feel like that's his one likable feature. Good for you, Drake.
Sierra doesn't like Drake.
Good for you, though, Drake. I love that for you.
You know, I understand her not liking Drake post.
Was it Take Care, maybe?
Yeah, like if you like the new Drake, I get that you don't like it.
Started from the bottom was like that's where I was like that. Whatever album that was, that's where I was like, oop, I'm out of here.
So you didn't like that album?
No, I liked that album, but after that,
I
was like, oh yeah, I'm jumping off.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been off the train for a while.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah.
I recently just, you know what? I can't even say I hopped off. I haven't hopped off yet, you know, but I'm, you know.
You got one leg off? Got a foot off?
Yeah, like one foot from under the cover. Because I don't really know what he got going on. But, you know, he blessed us with some things earlier this week. And we, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, for sure.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Love that for him.
Salute. When takes us to our next segment.
Okay, yeah. Straight up.
So this is a political podcast. Sierra and I came up with something real cool. A new segment called Bussin' Ballots. This segment is really going to give you guys a taste of what's going on in all 50 states. We're going to cover some legislation that you guys need to be paying attention to this year alone. So if you've been living under a rock or you just simply don't like politics, this is the wrong podcast for you.
Oh, for sure.
But if you're here, it's because you care about what's going on within your community, within your state, and at the federal level, because there's a lot of shit going on. You really need to pay attention as we're in this political season. So we're literally going to go through the states alphabetically, maybe like 2-3 states per episode, because we just don't know where you guys are. So if you're here and you're watching, put in the comments, like, where are you guys at? Are you in Alabama? Are you in Ohio? Are you in Florida? Are you local here in North Carolina? Tell us where you are, and maybe drop some concerns that you may have.
Yes, so we can look them up for you, because
For sure.
they're like also another purpose of this segment is that we can help you guys understand what's on your ballot. Because sometimes you'll get a ballot, you be like, and the question is like 15 questions long. You're like, what the hell does this mean?
Right.
And sometimes you need that extra help for people to interpret things for you. So we are opening the floor for you guys to voice your solid concerns about what's happening on your ballots in your states.
Yeah.
So, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, sis.
So again, we're doing alphabetical order. So we're gonna cover Alabama, Alaska, and Arizona. Okay, Alabama is up first.
Yikes!
They got a lot going on.
That ain't nothing new though.
Yeah, they have a lot going on. I'm actually not surprised by some of this legislation that they have in the queue. It was a lot. It's like from gambling, education, election. I'm not gonna touch on every single thing, but there's some. This is actually for like absentee ballot restrictions. So this is like Republican lawmakers have renewed a push to make it a crime to help non-family members vote by absentee ballots.
Wait, repeat that one more time.
Republican lawmakers in Alabama have renewed a push to make it a crime to help non-family members vote by absentee ballot.
Wow.
Right. So
wow.
Republican lawmakers in Alabama are really saying that this is really to, combat voter fraud, kind of similar to what happened in Florida. Maybe, what was that, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, yes.
What episode do we get to Florida? Because I'm going to need a minute.
Probably the third or fourth. I don't know. I'm bad at math. How many A states are there?
I don't know. No, we still got some we ain't even touch.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Oh, God. That Midwest going to be ugly.
It is.
It's going to be horrid.
So this bill is by Republican Senator Garland Gudger.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And basically it would make it a misdemeanor offense to order, pre-fill, request, collect, or deliver an absentee ballot for somebody who is not a household member or close family friend. How are you supposed to know?
So, you know what, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's actually really insidious.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
The penalty increases to a felony if the person is paid.
Whoa.
Yes. The bill provides an exemption for election officials, of course, and for people who are blind, disabled, or cannot read.
I've never filled out an absentee ballot, but I could imagine like really needing help with that.
Right.
If I've never done it, I've never seen it before.
Right.
And so basically, let's say I had a neighbor who needed help filling out an absentee ballot because maybe they just moved here or something and they're still registered in another state.
Yep.
And if I help, and they're coming from Alabama, and I help them, I could go to jail for helping them.
Yeah.
Or
basically,
I would be basically a felon.
Just for helping somebody vote.
That's egregious.
It's ridiculous.
That is egregious.
This is interesting. I thought it was interesting after the whole what was her name? Carly, the hoax in Alabama, the kidnapping hoax. The young lady who
the black girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember her name,
my
but I
gosh.
know it was very much a hot topic for a couple of days.
Carly Russell.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that was killing me. I had to figure that out. So this is the law that they have going on. So basically, this is a vast amount of bills that have been filed to seeking either to reform their criminal justice system or require stiffer penalties for certain offenses. So basically, that Carly Russell situation had the state of Alabama shooketh. And Republican Senator April Weaver is proposing legislation that would make it a felony offense to fake an abduction. I mean,
I agree with that.
I think
that's something that Alabama's getting right.
The fact that this wasn't a law beforehand I'm questioning, right?
What's your name, sis?
You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
What are you niggas doing?
You should, because first of all, and my thing is, okay, it's already a felony to make like a false police report. And that's exactly what she did. Like, she made a false 911 call. So why was this not implemented in this? You know what?
Yep.
It's Alabama.
Yep.
Democratic lawmaker, his name is Chris England, has proposed legislation that would allow certain prisoners serving life sentences for robbery and other crimes under Alabama's stringent habitual offender law to have their sentences reviewed. To have their sentences reviewed. So basically, if you are a criminal and you are in jail for misdemeanor robbery charges, you stole a couple bags of chips and got caught.
Stop. Why would I? Okay. Are you telling me that there are You're telling me there are people in prison who committed a misdemeanor in Alabama who are doing life in prison?
For sure. Yes. Yes. Alabama, Mississippi, and I'm also learning Louisiana when it comes to their prison systems. Literally some of the worst. Louisiana is like almost, I think, number 1 or 2 of the worst in the country. I did a story a couple weeks ago on it, and I was like, I had to stop myself because I kept going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Really, really disgusting. Because Louisiana, like when it comes to like labor laws and things like that, they kind of don't exist. I'm not going to get into that. When we get to Louisiana, I will though.
I got something to tell you. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. So yeah, that's what's going on in Alabama. So pay attention to those laws, because they affect you, especially if you're thinking about, filing a false abduction claim. You know what I'm saying?
Or if you plan on moving to Alabama for whatever God-forsaken reason.
And then, we can have a conversation because we don't understand why.
Yeah, let's unpack that. Up next.
Yeah, we're not understanding. Okay. So now we're gonna go to Alaska. You wouldn't really think Alaska would have a bunch, but they got some shit.
Okay.
All right.
What we got?
House Bill 2. The state is not allowed to use contractors who refuse to do business with Israel.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Repeat it one more time, just so I make sure I'm registering it right.
The state would not use contractors who refuse to do business with Israel.
For anything?
That's what it says. And that's the state. So if, your local libraries, courthouses, roads, yeah.
Oh my, this shit is sick.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm kind of keeping it light with.
Right.
I'm kind of keeping it light with Alabama. I mean, with Alaska.
I'm going to make sure that I also put the links in the description for you guys so you can go and read the full articles that Sherelle is reading over right now, because, there's way more stuff on here that you guys should be informed about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll make sure those are in the description.
Yeah, it's a lot. I thought this one was interesting. A peer support counseling program would be allowed for police and emergency departments.
I don't get it.
So basically, and this is, I also did a story about what they're doing in Maryland and I believe Philadelphia as well. A lot of first responders are starting to get trained on really how to deal with the issue or deal with the communities that they are supposed to protect and serve, right?
Yes.
So starting a peer support counseling program would really help them kind of navigate through the waters. For an example, in Maryland, I believe, there was a cop. I'm sorry, I lied. It's not Maryland. It's actually in Boston. There's a program, and I'm drawing a blank on the name right now, where they are, just kind of helping. It's almost like a therapy type situation for police officers.
Okay.
And there's one officer, because some are like, we don't really need this, but the other one was like, no, we do. And they were saying how there was one case that they had to go to a house, and there were 3 children who were decapitated. 3 children who were decapitated. So imagine a cop that just had, and this is, I'm not defending police officers and some of their actions, but imagine a police officer dealing with that and then dealing with somebody who's speeding down the highway at 90 miles per hour. They might go off.
Right. Yeah.
It's like you have no idea what I just had to experience. And then I have to deal with you just being a jerk because you're trying to get home. Not only then I got to go home and deal with my kids and my situation. You need help.
Yeah.
So laws like this, there's certain nonprofits that are really helping our first responders, but laws like this, I think, could be extremely beneficial.
Oh, for sure.
In numerous avenues, racial disparities within the police force, all those different things like that.
I'm also thinking about, like, with homelessness, how some people, like, they might be not all the way there.
Yeah.
And they get the cops called on them, and it's not necessarily a cop issue.
Yes.
Where they need, like, some other type of support.
Yes.
Absolutely, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I thought this was great in Alaska. So I am hoping that a lot of other
states,
a lot of other states implement this stuff. But Alaska got a lot of House bills in the docket. It's a lot.
I'm shocked.
It's a lot. I was too.
I didn't know Alaska was going through that.
Look at all this.
I'm seeing it. I was thinking maybe like.
And I'm not even anywhere near the bottom. There's a lot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Last but not on the least is Arizona. Somewhat of a controversial state, but I just want to talk about some of their abortion rights legislation that they have going on here. So they've actually introduced a set of bills to expand abortion access in the state. However, a lot of them are going to fall on deaf ears because if you guys didn't know, Arizona is a big red state, which was kind of shocking to me. So I can't pronounce her name, Stephanie Hamilton and Senator Priya
Yep.
They're actually sponsoring legislation that will protect access to contraceptives and to roll back some requirements for the state health department to collect data about abortions. They want to officially repeal a law dating back to 1864 that bans all abortions except in cases where the pregnant person's life is at risk.
What state was that where that black girl just got it? She was
Ohio.
Where the baby was born, was like stillborn?
Yes.
And they were trying to charge her for that foolishness.
Yeah. So abortion is currently allowed up to 15 weeks in Arizona, but the state Supreme Court is weighing whether the 1860s era, 1860s, like 1860s, they want to go back to 1864 where there was a total ban in force. So, again, this all is on the docket in November. A final say on abortion laws in Arizona may not come from the court or the legislation. Abortion rights advocates hope to gather enough signatures to put a measure to expand abortion access before Arizona voters in November. Please, our Arizona listeners, please.
I want to say something really quick.
Got it.
I feel, I feel like this is going to be me pro reading, but I feel like reading is so important. And I feel like a lot of people who vote against like things like that, they are encouraging more people to go to college, to do critical thinking, to be able to understand political and social issues within the world and in the country. And it affects us because why on earth would you want to go back to 1860s when we could go even before that, when women were literally killing themselves just to abort a baby? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't understand it.
What do you think is going to happen?
It's really, and this gives no context to women who have been raped, incest. Arizona is just like, if you get pregnant and you don't want to keep it, tough cookie.
That's crazy
like,
to me.
Across the board.
I feel like it's going to get really dangerous. I mean, like, and more than what it already is for women in terms of that, because you're going to think, like, women are not going to want to have sex as more often if they're... And when women don't want to have sex, men lose their mind.
Are we going through a Spike Lee movie?
Oh.
Called Chirac.
Listen, men lose their mind. Then you end up having a higher number of sexual violent crimes.
Yeah.
And so instead of teaching your boys how to be better men, I'm done.
No.
Instead of teaching your boys how to be better men, you would much rather control women in their bodies. And that, to me, is bizarre.
Yeah. It makes no sense. Like, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And Arizona is just the pick of the litter when it comes to abortion rights. Just about every single state in the United States, has legislation that is banning abortion in some shape, way, or form. So please, we're begging you guys to just know where your know your politicians, know where they stand on certain issues. Yes, we understand politicians are wishy-washy. Literally did a story about the governor of Utah who banned all DEI initiatives, but then want to get on Twitter and talk about Happy Black History Month.
Like, girl, fuck you.
Make it make sense, dude. Like, what are you doing? But he also signed an act in Utah that protected all these things, and now you're literally flip-flopping, like, ridiculous.
Because they don't know what it means.
He vetoed a law that banned transgender kids participating in women's sports, but then the very next year did something. They're flip-floppy, but don't let that prompt your mind in a certain direction. Like, do your research and seriously know exactly what's going on in your states, because I don't care what they say. Your vote counts. Your vote matters. And these people are the ones that are going to affect your everyday life. It's not just election day comes, but the next day, the work begins. So please,
yes. Oh
please
my
know.
God. Yes.
Please know who you're putting in office. It's not just at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Know who's going to be sitting on your courtrooms in your local communities, your city council members, all those different things. Please understand what's going on. So
yes. And I would also argue that voting locally is way more important than voting in the presidential election.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Because at the end of the day, they need to, in the House and in the Senate, they need to all come together to make something happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, honesty time.
Yes.
That's actually a good segue. So, like, how are you feeling about the 2024 election season? What do you think?
I'm not hopeful for anything.
Damn. That's real.
Because, you know, I'm listening to everyone's like point of view and their arguments, and everyone has valid points about, you know, whether or not they're going to vote for Joe Biden because he's supporting the genocide over in Palestine, Gaza. People are like, I'm not voting for Trump because he's racist and he could very much ruin the democracy that is the United States of America. People are saying Nikki Haley's got valid points. I don't feel positive in either way. And I feel like in terms of that, I don't know. But also I'm nervous because I think there are a lot of like, almost every Senate seat is up for a re-election.
Yeah, a lot.
And I feel like
a lot.
I don't think people realize like how important that part is.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are, I know you can't say this, but I feel like people are going to vote wrong.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're going to vote for themselves. And I feel like we're also like in a like fuck around and find out time, in a sense of like people aren't going to understand until it's too late.
For sure.
And I don't think people are understanding like why the political climate is so tense right now. Is because like we might not be we might be giving North Korea in a second.
Like, it's giving a well done steak.
Yeah.
It's
How are you feeling about it?
I am nervous as I do think that something is gonna happen in when it comes to Donald Trump. And for our new listeners, I tend to be somewhat optimistic.
I love that for her.
I tend to be optimistic. Sometimes I do live in Delulu land. But I just kind of keeping up with the Trump trials and things that's going on. I do feel like I don't think that he is going to be on the ballot. I do think that his team is going to come and be like, you need to sit this one out. Like, it's not going to work. It's not that I like Nikki Haley. I just think she's the only one that has balls to stand up to these dudes. I really do. Like, I watched her in all the debates and I was just like,
yeah. And listen, I've seen like, you know, several clips of, you know, some of her speaking points or whatever, and she does have the balls and she has some valid points. I mean, I don't agree with her increase in the retirement age to 70. That's an extreme no from me, dog. Okay.
Between that, her views on abortion, and her cosplaying a white woman.
Yeah, girl. Nimrata.
Oh.
Nimrata, sis.
I don't.
Girl.
You cannot say that America's never been racist and then go talk about the bullying you experience as a brown girl
Nimrata.
in rural South Carolina.
Nimrata.
All right? Cut it out, sis.
Nimrata.
Just put that sorry on and, like, show your light, all right?
Nene.
It's, okay? All right?
Nim.
Nim. Now, Joe Biden, I don't think Joe Biden has done... I really don't think he's done a bad job. I really don't. Y'all gonna be mad when I say this. Plies got on Instagram.
I saw, but I didn't watch the video. I think I was busy.
I had to do a story about it.
I saw he was talking about something. He said he wanted to... What did he say?
He basically said, like, why are y'all not bragging about what y'all have done? Gas prices going down. Inflation is going down. Like, I write and I'm like, and I did the research. The rates are going down.
Yeah.
The stock market is where it's supposed to be. Jobs are getting where they're supposed to be. So he was just basically like, why are y'all not bragging about all the things that you have done in the first term? Like, that should be your talking points, not just going to any black church that'll let you in the pulpit to talk about the black vote. But I digress. So I just think that, I do think Biden's doing a decent job. Honestly, my thing with Biden is, you're old, dude.
Was he 78?
If Joe Biden gets elected, he will be the oldest president in U.S. history currently. Like, when he leaves his second term, I think he will be 84, I believe so. 84, 86, something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know it. I don't know if I can trust, and I know my grandmother's going to watch this, who is, you know, in her 80s, and she probably like, excuse me.
Yeah.
But grandma's not running the country. So I can't.
And that's a whole nother type of stress that she doesn't have to deal with.
I don't know if I really trust this man to just run the country for another 4 years. But he does have Kamala on his side, and she seems to be doing a good job. Honestly, her approval rating is higher than Joe Biden's.
Have you heard a rumor that Michelle's supposed to be running?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
I don't know where this rumor is coming from, because she has said not once, not twice, maybe 12 times.
Numerous.
That she has no desire to run for public office.
None whatsoever.
I don't know how many books she got to put out, how many op-eds, how many podcasts she got to sit on. I don't know how many times she has to say that she's not running for president. I don't know, but
right.
Yeah, and I don't know. Do we want Michelle Obama to run for president?
As a black woman, yes, but that's just a selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I love to see. No shade to Kamala. You know, but I ain't gonna lie. A black woman from the South Side of Chicago whose middle name is Lavon as the president of the United States.
That would be sexy.
Girl.
It would be sexy. Okay, I'm on board.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
that would be sexy.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. Like,
girl, you wouldn't be able to tell us.
You could never tell me nothing.
We was out of pocket when Joe Biden named Kamala Harris as his running mate. We was like,
listen, there would never be anything you could tell me. But outside of that,
yeah,
I don't. You know, I want her to want it. You know,
I feel that.
So yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
That's how I feel about the 2024 election. Y'all tell us how y'all feel. We're really curious as to how you're feeling, because time is moving on.
Whew.
November will be here before you know it.
February already here.
February is here.
Happy Black History Month, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We didn't say
we
that.
didn't. We are an embarrassment to the ancestors.
Not really. I mean, we're black all the time, so
every day, all day.
Like McDonald's used to do, 365 Black. Remember that campaign?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It wasn't.
Don't do that.
I mean, you know, look.
Don't do that.
A lot of these Black History campaigns.
Did you see? Did I send you
getting
that?
Out of pocket.
Did I send you that video of Southwest Airlines having their one little desk in the whatever airport it was?
No.
And they had a picture of Nelson Mandela and then a picture of Lena Waithe up there. And they had like kente cloth wrapped around the post.
No!
I'll post it on here so y'all can see it. When I tell you I was crying. Like
Nelson Mandela and Lena Waithe.
Yeah, girl.
Okay. I mean, you know, both trendsetters, but all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for our politics segment.
Yes. Now we're about to have some fun.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Because, like, ooh, child.
Some shit going on.
We done missed a few things,
yeah.
honey. Yes.
So another reason why you need to pay attention to the election is because these people behind these politicians, and I use that word loosely, they're losing their minds and they're committing crimes.
Oh my God.
Based off of their beliefs. And one man took it way too far.
I mean,
like way too far.
Okay. I mean,
way too far.
I don't know if y'all have heard this. Is this here? Is this it? Here we go.
We begin with that breaking headline today. A Michigan doctor sent.
Nope, not that one. Sorry. There's so many cutting up. There's so many people cutting up. Here we go.
I mean, cutting. Sorry.
Damn. I didn't even do that on purpose.
I know, but it was actually really good.
It might be too soon to be joking like this, but I'm so sorry to that man. Anyway.
Damn.
This is America and our freedoms we are fighting for. This is our children's futures we are fighting for. Joe Biden is no longer in power. I am now officially the acting president of America under martial law. If Joe Biden does not abdicate, then capture him and bring him to me in Pennsylvania.
So, this man, what's his name? Justin Moan.
What the?
Decapitated his father, who was age 68, and brandishes his severed head during a gruesome 14-minute-long anti-Biden YouTube rant in which he declared himself president of America under martial law before cops charged him with murder hours later. He decapitated his father's head because he was, I guess, like pissed that he worked for the federal government. And this man decapitated his dad and held up the head on a YouTube video. The YouTube video I heard was up for a while before they realized it was a decapitated head.
Maybe they thought it was a joke.
I don't know.
Like almost like I remember when Kathy Griffin held up that severed Trump mask.
Oh yeah, yeah,
my God.
Yeah. He decapitated his father. So yes, we have these kinds of like extremists who are making these declarations. I mean, and even if you watch like some of the like parody political comedy shows or whatever, these people really think like this. Like they call Trump the true great president or something like that. And it's like, no, he's not in office. He's not the president.
Like, I don't understand it. I really don't get it.
It's very, very strange.
And even some of your elected officials, Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Florida. Anyway, like they literally stand behind this man. I mean, all the Republicans that Nikki Haley kicked in the balls and sent home.
Yeah.
You were standing behind this man, you know, like
crazy.
It's really
Tim
sad.
Scott with his coon. That's a coon.
It is.
He's a coon.
So rumor is that Tim Scott is going to be Donald Trump's running mate.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe that.
I don't either. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, because he suddenly proposed to this woman. We only saw one picture of a black man and a white woman off in the sunset on the beach. We don't know if that's them.
Have no idea.
Okay, like again, he hired this shorty for the debate. Mm-hmm. He might have hired her for that proposal or whoever it is.
It's not realistic.
It's not. Again, we said it before with Tim Scott. Like, okay, what did Kanye say? Even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe. All right.
Yep.
So
pretty much.
I'm not understanding.
Yep.
Oh my God.
What we got next?
So let's talk about Killer Mike.
So Killer Mike won, first of all, how the hell did that happen? But he won 3 Grammys the other night. You not gonna comment on that?
Nope.
Did you listen to his album?
Absolutely not.
Okay. He got...
Let me not say it like that. I did not.
You can say it how you want to. It was valid and fair.
He didn't do nothing to me, but you know.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway, so he was... After, his 3 wins or whatever, he was immediately escorted out of the Grammys and arrested. Have we got any update on why he was arrested?
So apparently he attacked a security guard. He got into it with a security guard. Not really sure where this happened, but it had nothing to do with his historic sweep of the rap category at the Grammys. And let's keep it real. They did not have to arrest him at that time. They literally could have waited to the next day. It was unacceptable.
I hear you.
Regardless, like, why are you arresting him right now?
Yeah.
But y'all heard what Jay-Z said, so.
Some of y'all don't belong in the category. And Killer Mike is a coon. Jay-Z didn't say that last part. I said that. He's a coon. He is pro Brian Kemp. Yeah.
He is pro Brian Kemp.
He is misogynistic.
He is.
And who was that who said he was a really big threat to Atlanta politics?
I did see that tweet. I don't know who it was, but hold on.
I mean, points were made.
I kind of want to see if I can pull it up.
Made, yes.
If I can find it, but yeah,
he's dangerous. He's dangerous, and I agree wholeheartedly. I do not like him, and I feel like he does all the talking because I cannot. Who the fuck voted for him?
So
I didn't even know he had dropped an album.
I knew that he dropped it. Hold on, I'm gonna look up who else was nominated for Best Rap Album.
That's crazy.
Best Rap.
Y'all listening
album.
to Killer Mike?
Best Rap Album. Okay, I said the nominees. Where are they? Okay, here we go. Travis Scott, Utopia was nominated. Okay, I'm sorry. Here goes the list. Gunna, a gift and a curse, which a lot of people said he should have won. I never listened to it, but okay. Killer Mike, Michael, Nas, Magic 2. Okay. Travis Scott, Utopia, Metro Boomin, Heroes and Villains, and I could have swore Drake and 21 Savage were nominated too for Her Loss. I feel like they were. Maybe it was just a song on that. All these were stretches to me, if you ask me. I mean,
I'm looking like...
So many other rap albums came out this year. That, in my opinion, just no. A lot of people were talking about Gunna's album. They said it was really, really great. So if I had to root for anybody, it would have been him. But,
Yeah, that's strange. Okay, well.
Yeah. But, so to your point, they were not going to give it to Gunna, who, was just out of prison and all that stuff like that. That's probably
with Young Thug and them, right?
Yeah, they probably felt like that was a safety violation or some shit.
Not a safety violation.
I just do, Travis Scott, in my opinion, maybe should have won because he kind of caters to numerous demographics. You meet a Travis Scott fan, you don't know what they're going to look like.
Yeah.
A Killer Mike fan.
I don't even know if I've seen one in person.
I'm going to say this. Because I saw a lot of people that was like, yes, he should. And I'm not saying, all rappers... okay, never mind. I was going to say something, but no. We're not saying that, like, there aren't Killer Mike fans out there, but we just kind of know the vibes. Like, this is just a stretch. For him to sweep the whole category...
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Except for, I know Lil Durk and J. Cole won a Grammy for, what's the song? All My Life, something like that. Which it bothers me that J. Cole doesn't have a Grammy by himself. Anyways. So I don't know. It's a little cap to me.
Yeah.
If you ask me, but,
oh, well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Moving forward.
But I also don't think that they should. I just don't think you could have arrested Killer Mike like the next day. You know what I'm saying? But I digress.
Yep.
You want to talk about? Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't touch some stuff in here too. My bad.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh wait, enable sorting.
No, hit that now. No.
Okay, thank you. So we talk about Georgia criminalizing bail funds.
Yes. Where did I see that?
So this is coming out of the state of Georgia. The lawmakers are sending the governor a bill that will add misdemeanors that will require bail for jail release. If that makes sense.
Doesn't it already do that?
So clearly this is a controversial measure. Like, so basically it would increase the number of misdemeanor criminal offenses that require a cash or property bond to be released from jail. Okay. So with a 97 to 69 vote, the House approved the bill that Georgia Republicans say is intended to crack down on repeat offenders.
Hold on, I got a video of this
Okay.
I found a video of this white boy who was explaining it because I didn't understand.
Interesting.
Hold
Okay.
on.
I really need y'all to be freaking out a little bit more about what's going on in Georgia, specifically in reference to the Stop Cop City movement in Atlanta. You probably heard that the members of the Atlanta Bail Fund were hit with RICO charges and arrested last year. Well, now it's gotten fucking worse. Now it's at the state level, and they're currently pushing through a bill that would criminalize bail funds, charitable bail funds, entirely in the whole state. This bill passed the Georgia Senate by a 30-17 vote on Thursday, and hi, are you mad about this too? Yeah, she is. The bill is expected to pass through the House of Representatives on Tuesday, and then it'll head to the governor's desk for his signature. Kotz, who is one of the individuals who was arrested last year and charged with money laundering and racketeering charges, that SB 63, the bill in question, exposes the intended purpose of the bail system. Police, prosecutors, and politicians want a bail system which allows them to punish their political enemies, poor people, and people of color without trial. In addition to criminalizing charitable bail funds, it also adds 30 additional charges that are ineligible for unsecured judicial releases, popularly known as signature bond. Meaning that if you get hit with a certain type of charge, you are ineligible to be bailed out. And some of those charges include protesting, unlawful assembly, obstruction of law enforcement officer, Stuff that prosecutors would slap you with just for being at a protest. This is not limited to just Georgia. Similar laws have been passed in states such as Kentucky, Texas, and Indiana. Courts warn that this should be alarming to anyone who values a free society. If paying bail is criminalized, the result will be a criminal justice system which can jail people indefinitely with no evidence, no trial, and no recourse.
It's getting real weird. It's getting real weird out here. And I'm going to need you guys to buckle up. You know, they're trying every which way to make protesting illegal without making it illegal, right? And if you already have a record and you're already protesting, and then you get arrested, and then you cannot get out because of bail, they could add on certain charges to you. Like, this government is so disgusting.
This is bad for protesters. However, when it does come to people who continue to repeat violent crimes, I think there's a little good in this, just a little bit. If I'm understanding it correctly. Like, this is not just for protesters. This is for all repeat offenders. So if you continue to rob people and then get bailed out, I mean, it's kind of like a 3-strike rule type situation. So, I mean, for protesters, yeah, like, I don't even understand why protesters are any of y'all business. Like, if we're peaceful protesters, we're not doing anything, why are you bothering me? But for those people who just like to rob people because they don't got nothing else to do, rapists, I don't know.
That's rough.
You know what I'm saying? This is different.
That's a rough one. I want to look in more into that because that's really interesting.
Because it literally said the measure adds theft, criminal trespasses, and other offenses to the list of misdemeanors that require a cash or property bond. Misdemeanor marijuana possession is not one of the offenses.
That's shocking.
Yeah, that will require a cash or property bond. Democrats are blasting the bill as an attack on the poor that will lead to overcrowding in local jails. Points were made on that too.
Absolutely.
Ooh, this is a lot.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
Representative Tanya F. Miller said that the bill also targets churches who take up collections to bail people out on special occasions for, like, Mother's Day.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this is this situation with Stop Cop City, or just the Cop City situation in Atlanta is really, really important and detrimental. If you guys have not been paying attention to it, please look it up.
It's crazy.
It's a lot happening, and it's all happening in the city of Atlanta.
It's bizarre.
So please, yeah, just pay attention.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Yeah.
We got time for one more?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk about these condos in LA? Okay, so both of us, for people who are new, for people who are new here, Sierra's from Philadelphia. I am from New York, but our spirit animals, Sierra is from
the West Coast.
West Coast,
probably LA,
and I am from DC. So yeah.
What's up, cuz?
I got emotional issues because I'm from DC. Listen, I'll die on that hill. If you are from DC, you got emotional issues.
Damn.
And
crazy.
Sierra, you know, she likes to hang out with Kendrick Lamar and them.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Anywho, something I would consider, okay, as an artist, okay, I would consider this to be fantastic. I consider this art. So, for the past 5 years, there have been these 2 luxury condos that have been abandoned in downtown LA. They were supposed to be, I don't know, I guess people were supposed to move in. Yeah. But the developer lost money or ran out of money, and then they just never was able to finish it. So over the past like maybe 2 or 3 days, graffiti artists from all across the country have somehow organized a way to get onto these buildings.
That's beautiful.
And tag them with graffiti. And if you see it, and I'll post video, it's phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal. I think, first of all, the organization it takes to do that.
Especially if they're coming from all over the country.
Yeah, there are people from all over the country coming over doing it, and it's like, I think that takes one organization.
Sure.
Hella organizations, because they're like 50, so it's like 2 buildings, and they're like 40 floors high. So like,
oh God,
exactly. So they've already like started on the one side, and then like some of them are on the another side of the building, and it's just like, it's this really beautiful to me piece of art, and I'm thinking of it in this way.
Yeah.
I don't know the history of LA. I don't know the history of downtown. But most major downtowns in major cities across the country at some point or another were predominantly black. You going with me?
Yep.
Okay. Were predominantly black. And at some point, the city government decided we're going to demolish this black neighborhood. We're going to move them out of the way to make space for the things that we want up here.
Right.
And I think the way I look at this is like a way of reverse gentrification.
Okay. Yeah.
I look at it as like, this is our neighborhood. This is how we express ourselves in this neighborhood. This is who we are.
Yeah.
And I just think it's really beautiful from a, like Philadelphia, where I'm from, we have murals all over the city. There is an actual community committee, like it's a government thing where they like paint murals all across the city. I love that. So I'm from a city where I get to see that all the time. Yeah. And so I just got so excited. I've been like obsessed with it, and I think it's cool. And also it's like these people are risking their lives to go up there because they're doing it at night. They can't do it during the day because they can be recognized. So they're climbing up there at night with their little headlamps.
Ooh, child, that's dedication right there.
And doing it. And they're doing this awesome art on the side of this building. And so right now, the last time I checked before we started recording, that part of LA, like the cops have it completely shut down. It's under 24-hour surveillance. Okay. Because people in the neighborhood are like, well, I can't believe these vandals are ruining this neighborhood like that. And this is a waste of timing. And then this is vandalism. And I'm like, it's not, though.
I just think a lot of people, I really feel like a lot of people, unfortunately, don't see the beauty in art, especially street art.
Yes.
And it's really sad to me. Instead of because first of all, you're sitting here complaining, but it's not like you were like buying the building to house people from Skid Row or anything like that.
Sis, I promise I was about to say that. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is my problem with people who are against artists. In the meantime, you should be appreciating these artists who are getting up there to just make your city more appealing.
Yes.
Because what we see on social media with LA, it don't look all that great.
Listen.
You look dusty.
It's nothing but like, when I think of like luxury condos, I'm immediately thinking of like the color beige, maybe some marble. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, like all these modern things start to look alike.
Oh,
and
girl.
You know what I'm like?
Yes, I do.
But I love what you said about Skid Row, because Skid Row is not just a street now. Like, it's a full community.
It's really.
And instead of y'all like figuring out a way to put these people in here and give them a place to stay, y'all just let the buildings stay abandoned. And the last thing I'll say is, the only reason the people who are complaining about it, calling it vandalism, is because white people have not stolen it from the culture yet.
And
made it their own. That's why it's not considered sexy in the look, because white people have not figured out a way how to capitalize off of that yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Like,
about that.
Shout out to those artists.
Love that. Keep your identities hidden. Don't post no video, no face, no case.
So you think like if these artists were to reveal themselves,
they're going to jail. Especially if they got like photos of them up there or video of them up there actually doing it, they go into jail. Stay anonymous.
I just think that
it sucks, but like certain artists, like graffiti artists, have their own tags anyway. The way they the same way like painters have their own you know.
Yeah.
So
though, like people who appreciate art will like, oh, I know that artist.
Yep.
I'm about to say something.
Go ahead and say it.
I feel like a lot of these state, city creative funds are a bunch of bullshit.
Girl, I'm about to exit stage left because
I really do.
I be knowing.
I really do. 2020 was such a weird year with Black Lives Matter. you know, and right here in Charlotte, they had the Black Lives Matter street. It was like groundbreaking. And I know other cities across the country did it. But
Cook.
There was only a selective amount of artists who were allowed to participate in it. And as soon as it was like, all right, everything has died down. We got George Floyd's killer in court. It's gone. And
and not just here either.
Yeah.
DC is gone. What city was that had a garden? They dug up the garden.
Oh, yes. In Portland, Oregon. I'm sorry. Or was it Seattle, Washington?
They had a garden or something dedicated to Black Lives Matter. They done dug that shit up, girl.
Yep. Dug it up. And I really do feel, I just don't think that art needs to be controlled by city government officials. I really don't.
Say that shit, sis.
I'm sorry. I really do. I just think that there's use your power for other things, but art, especially if it's something that is going to speak to the people that sit in those communities, I don't understand what the problem is. I really, truly, and honestly, if somebody wants to plant a community garden, why is that a conversation? Why do I need permission to plant resourceful fruits and vegetables for the people that live here? Because we live in a food desert.
Girl,
there's just
Sherelle, I'm about listen, stop, because you know that's right up my alley.
I never will understand it, and I just think that a lot of these state level officials are wrong.
Yeah.
I truly believe that.
And that's because they can't monetize it. That's what that's about. How you gonna start a free garden and we can't make money from this?
Sad.
Take your ass 30 miles to the first Food Lion.
Right.
Or Compare Foods.
30 miles.
Yes, that's crazy.
That is ridiculous.
Instead of being able to feed your community for free for people who can't even afford it, don't get me started. Don't piss me off.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to them graffiti artists in LA.
Yeah.
What's up, cuz? That's what I'm talking about.
Salute. You got my
Indeed.
respect and my support. I think that's great what you're doing.
Stay anonymous. That's all I ask.
Please do.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Yes, we do want to start another segment here as well. All right, so we're calling it Dear Rell Si.
Yeah.
Explain this again.
Okay.
I had a brain fart.
So and this actually when we first started the podcast, we used to do not a trending topic. What did we used to do?
We used to ask y'all questions or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So when Sierra started promoting the new season, so I noticed a bunch of people was like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to talk about this. I can't wait for you to talk about this, A, B, C, L, M, N, O, P, all that stuff like that." And I was like, So y'all want us to be on some Dear Abby stuff. If you don't know who Dear Abby is, I need you to look it up. But anyway, I might be telling my age. So we're starting a new segment, Dear Rell Si. We want you to hit us up and ask us some questions. Do you want to are you having a problem with your man, with your lady, with your person, however it is?
Because me as a single person can give advice.
And me as a person that's about to get married, understand that sometimes, it could be about anything. How do we feel about how do we feel about George Stephanopoulos cutting JD Vance off for talking a bunch of rhetoric the other day? Or how do we feel,
no, you mean the guy with the crackhead mama?
Oh my gosh, she got on Meet the Press with George Stephanopoulos on Sunday, and George literally was like, "Oh, okay, I can't do this."
I know that's right.
And because I don't even know what he was talking about. He was like, "That's a lie," and it was like, "Okay." He was like, "We're gonna go to commercial. I'll find a clip because it was
I'm living.
He was just like, "I'm not doing this.
I'm living for it.
I've been around here way too long to be dealing with this bullshit.
I'm living for this. I love it. I love it so much.
All those things we can give advice. I guess it's like a Dear Abby letter, or if you still listen to the Steve Harvey Morning Show, like the Strawberry Letter.
Oh yeah.
Those type of things. You know what I'm saying?
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
So send them in. Send us a DM, social media, whatever, and we will address them like we do every week on the show.
Or you can email us, which...
Oh, yeah, that part.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for... Do we have any reviews?
You know what? Let me see.
Because I know we have some. So while she looks up, I'm going to do the thing that I haven't done in a while, so I'm sure I'm going to mess up. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media.
All of them.
We're on Twitter at HeadWrappOD. We're on Instagram at Headwraps and Lipsticks. Check out our Facebook page, Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast. Go to our website, www.headwrapsandlipsticks.com, where we have crew necks like the one Sis is wearing today. that are for sale but not on sale. We are on a bunch of streaming platforms: Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Okay? If you leave a 5-star review, we read it live on the air. I hope that you did. If not,
Right.
I'm going to gaslight you.
Yeah.
No one left a review?
So, okay, we're new to it. We're in a new season. I don't know if we read this or not.
Let me see. We did.
We did.
Yeah.
So, no.
Wow.
Huh?
We leave for what? 4 months, 3 months, and then we come back to nothing. That's disgusting. Nasty work, as the kids would say. I'm disgusted.
I can't defend y'all
And
anymore.
you should be ashamed of
I
yourself.
literally cannot defend y'all anymore.
We your favorite podcast, but we can't tell. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, it's my good sis.
Anyway, sis, what's your joke?
Okay. Always close the show with a corny joke because they're so funny.
Oh.
They are hilarious.
Yep.
Okay, I have one.
Okay. Oh my God.
What did the buffalo say to his son when he dropped him off at school?
I don't know what.
Bye, son. Get it?
I got it.
Bye, son. Like, bye.
Wow.
Get it?
Wow. This is how we starting off season 8?
I thought that was so funny.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Ain't nobody. Also, if you have corny jokes, send them to me so this way I can bother Sierra. So
Don't send them shits to me.
send them to me. Send them to me directly.
And some of y'all like to send me corny jokes anyway.
They do?
Yes. Like,
Aww, love y'all.
2 thumbs down.
Love y'all. Love y'all.
Send the jokes to her, okay?
Yeah, send them to me. Because it's no fun.
I'm not gonna laugh. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.